This week, we're going to be taking a look at the Ghost crew from Star Wars Rebels. Yes, all 7 figures from the Rebels line, because there is only 7. Technically, there should be 8. Actually, there is 8. 2 of them are Chopper, so no, I'm not counting the original release. But there technically is a 9th one, which was the Season 3 variation of Ezra, but that's in the Ahsoka line for some reason. And this Chopper here was not in the Ahsoka line, despite being released alongside mostly Ahsoka figures. It's a weird thing to explain, but there's 7 main releases at this point for it. These are a variety of figures. The only one that I have that's a red and black box release is Kanan, as you might be able to tell by his messed up face, but my Ahsoka also has a messed up face. But we'll get to that. We're going to take a look at these guys, and let's just get into the review. Next up for the Week of Rebellion, we have Garazeb, or Relios, or Zeb, as we know him. There's his box. You can't really see it because it's big. He's a deluxe figure. There's that thing. There's the words. And number 1. So I was wrong in the last review when I said I didn't know what number Chopper was. Chopper is 2 and 8. So that's fun. Zeb is number 1. Which is odd for the deluxe figure. I would have expected him to be in the middle of the line, not the first one. But there he is, and yeah, he looks real cool. Zeb has always been an odd character to me, because as a kid, he was probably my favorite of the Rebels crew. That has since changed, obviously. But I've always loved his design. It's a very nice design. The colors go really well. This nice dark olive green with the purples and the yellows. It just works really well. There's not really much to be like, oh, this kind of sucks, or oh, this is meh. I like Zeb, and this whole origin of being a Chewbacca kind of like a, why am I forgetting the word? I'm just going to call it a beta design, because I can't remember the word. A pre-sketch of Chewbacca, you know, a pre-design or whatever. It's kind of cool, and then they just made a new species called Lasats out of it and made them semi-extinct until they weren't. So that's cool. As far as Zeb goes, design-wise, looks really good. His arms are really good. I love the left side. They have that little kind of shark-looking thing on the shoulder. The stripes on the arms are good. The chest is pretty good, I guess. It has the armor at the top, and it gets pretty basic in the middle. Legs are basically pants. Then he has some knee pads down to his bare feet, which are 4-toed, and he doesn't have heels. Like, he just doesn't have them. He stands well, though, even without them, just because of how his legs work. He has chicken legs, so they kind of have that extra hinge in there. As far as it goes, he's also quite big. Here he is next to Kanan, who's the tallest out of everybody other than him. And here he is next to, I'll get Hera in here as well. There he is next to Hera. He's just big, which he should be. He is a deluxe figure. And he doesn't really come with any accessories, really, other than his gun, which is a pretty cool gun, honestly. I mean, looking at that, well, Zeb's gun is this thing. It's just an odd thing. It's a transforming gun. So it first has this form, which is the gun form, you know, because it has this little barrel here. Looking pretty good. You can also fold this up like so, and then it also has some pegs on the sides, and you can put it on his back for storage. That's a nice touch. Not a lot of figures get weapon storage like that, so that's kind of a good thing. I actually really like that they gave him weapon storage. It's very cool. The other thing his weapon does is it's a staff. And to get the staff to work, I always like to apply his little effect parts he gets with it. Because in the box, it does come in the staff formation. So you get this. And no, he doesn't hold it via these things here. He holds it via the big long pipe in the middle, which is a little finicky to get in his hand. He does have big old hands, though, luckily. So you can get it in there pretty easy. And it can give him his big staff weapon. It's kind of like a Magna Guard staff, pretty much. I always remember Callus having one as well. I hope we get a Callus at some point, because then you could just use ISB agent bodies from that. That'd be pretty good, honestly. I mean, it looks good. honestly, I like the look of the weapon. I like the little pink effects. Looks nice. Didn't really speak on his head. His head looks really nice, really well molded, really well painted, really good. And honestly, he just looks really nice. I mean, I don't really have any complaints about the design of Zeb. It's just really good. They clearly put a lot of paint and stuff into him. Like, for a deluxe figure, I feel like he is a deluxe figure. Because, again, he is big. His weapon is basically a transformer. And, I mean, the paint apps are just superb, honestly. Like, that little bit of, like, purple that fades into the yellow-orange coloration, that's awesome. That's great. Like, I don't have any issues. And they gave him the weapon storage, which, again, they do with pistols usually, but not with big guns like that. That's not one they typically give weapon storage to. Though for lightsabers and pistols, but not big things like that. And then, of course, there's his articulation, which is also pretty solid. Ball joint in the head, which does have good range. It's actually a dumbbell joint in there. I'm looking, and you can see. You can't. I can. There's a dumbbell joint in there. Forward and back. No butterfly, which is a little unfortunate. Outward is a bit stiff. It takes a minute to get it to go all the way. This is about as far as you're getting. Elbow, swivel, rotate, in and out. I'm pretty sure it's in and out on both. No, up and down on the right. Okay. Waist, as you're seeing, is actually pretty solid. Look at that. Pretty good waist for Zeb. Forward, back, outward. Does have a thigh swivel. A double jointed knee. Again, I'm pretty sure he never did get a red box. I'm pretty sure the reason he's won is he was the last of the Rebels crew to get a figure. I can't get that knee joint in, but it is double jointed. And then you have this joint down here, the ankle. Then you, of course, have the bend there, and then a rotation. So, pretty good articulation. Nothing's missing. He has all the standard articulation while looking quite good, honestly. There's a lot to like here with Zeb. So let's just get to the final thoughts on him. I think he's good. Again, Zeb is probably the weirdest one of the bunch of the Rebels crew to me. As a kid, as I said, I loved him. I thought he looked cool. That was my main reason of liking him. But throughout the show, I'm like, what exactly did he do other than be the big tough guy? Like, he had like 2 episodes. Like, there's the one where he finds the Lasat. There's that one episode he's stuck in a pit with Callus for a bit. They're pretty good. But, like, overall, I honestly think he might be the worst character. Like, it's not close either. It's either him or Chopper, and Chopper's just funny, so that's the thing. I feel like Zeb might be the worst of the Rebels crew, and it's kind of a shame, because, like I said, very unique design. And that's just my opinion. Of course, someone might argue with me on that one, but it's a bit odd, you know? Like, he's cool, but he's just the big tough guy. He is going to be showing up in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, though, which is a bit odd, honestly. It's odd pick. Why Zeb? What? It's also weird because the Ahsoka show is essentially Rebels Season 5, and he's the only one not in it, other than Kanan, for obvious reasons. But it's just odd. He's like the weird, ugly duckling of the bunch. It's just kind of strange. But overall, I mean, his figure is really, really good. There's not really a lot wrong here. Again, weapons cool. Everything's cool with him. If you can find him, he's a recommended get. He was not easy for me to find. I got him from TF... No, it wasn't TF... I always forget the name of it. TF Toys. That's where I got it from. TF Toys. They had him. Like, just straight up had him for retail. Other than that, he is expensive. Like, relatively. Like I said, a lot of these Rebels figures are 2020. They did get a re-release semi-recently. But I don't think Zeb did. Zeb only has that initial 2020 release. So he's a bit of an oddball. But yeah, that is essentially it for Zeb. That is it for this review. Thank you guys for watching.